Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at stage 7 of the Lakeland 100, which is Blencathra to Dockray. So let's get straight into the elevation profile. Okay, so the elevation profile for the Lakeland 100 stage 7 Blencathra to Dockray. Overall the stage comes in at about 2.5k. For the first k&a-half you'll be descending from Blencathra. You hit an old disused railway next to the River Recce. You go along that until a 5k point. From 5k to 7.5k you're going to be climbing. You top out at 440 metres and then you hit the old coach road and just follow that all the way into Dockray. It's a pretty straightforward leg, one climb. It's not a severe climb. As you can see from this, we've flattened it out as usual just to give you a more realistic perspective of what you're going to be facing on the day. It's quite an easy leg this. You're going to get a lot of speed up on this one. And as usual we've got the OS Maps flyover. Okay, so you leave the Blencathra Field Centre and head downhill for 1.5 km to the River Recce. This is all good track. You're on tarmac here, tarmac all the way up here. This is the old disused railway line. You follow this for 2 kilometres until you go onto the A66. And where you dip under it is just where you hit the 3k point. Track splits here and you take the right hand track under the A66, up onto tarmac and back onto the old disused railway line. And just up ahead you're going to be turning right, which is south, and heading uphill. And from this point in you're essentially climbing for 2.5k up to the old coach road. That's the point where there's 2 tracks where you need to be careful. Stay on the right hand side of the fence. And just to your left there is the water basin where it's very boggy there. So if you're on the left hand track, you'll get caught up in that. On the old coach road now, and you just follow this all the way to Dockray, to the car park. Really good track. It undulates slightly, but all of this is runnable. So you've got 5k where you can essentially run the entire thing. And this is your last major turn. Left at the beck here. And straight into the checkpoint. Okay, and notes for this stage. It's a very straightforward stage. There's only one thing that you probably need to be aware at. When you're on the climb at about the 5.6 kilometre point, you will hit a fence. Now, the GPX will tell you to turn uphill, but there are 2 paths that are very, very close together, and it could be kind of either one of them. The route book is clear that you've got to go through the gate and turn left uphill, but this is all on the video, so if you watch the video, there's a grid reference there. You'll know exactly what to do and where it is. So, let's see the video.
Hi, just about to start stage 7. I'm at Blencathra car park, just above the field centre. Today's run is from here over to Dockray. I think it's 13.5k altogether. Again, going to video it on time warp. So just a little note before to say I needed a watch with bigger battery for the 100 next year, so I've given into pressure and got the Fenix 8. If you want a full review of the watch, DC Rainmaker does, I think he's got a 30-minute video up that goes into all the features. The only thing I'm ever going to be mentioning about this is battery life, now it holds up. When I got it, or since I've had it on display on all the time, and using the default setting for satellites, which I think is just everything. It grabs all the whatever it can get. When it's fully charged, that's showing 7 days power in it. I changed the settings last night for the settings that I'm going to be using on the 100 next year. So it's gesture on display, which means when you turn your wrist up like that, the display comes on, and you put it back down, display goes down. That saves power. I've got it on GPS only as well. And just by changing those two settings, it's gone up to 16 days of power, it's showing now. When I left the house 4 hours ago, it was 100% charged. 4 hours later, it's down to 99%. So what I'll do is I'll do the run today, let you know how long I was running for, what I used it for, to give you an idea of the power usage, and also, you know, it'll give you a rough idea of the battery life if you're thinking about getting one yourself. All right, let's get down to the field centre and I'll start videoing. Okay, stage 7. So this is the Blencathra field centre. You will come down this path here. The good news for anyone doing any recce's is the vending machine over there, because if you are doing a recce, there's not going to be a CP here. The vending machine over there does take cards as well as coins. So you will come down this path here, turn right, and you're looking for the Herdwick room. That's where CP6 is. It's not the room that I thought it was. It is this one in front of us here. Herdwick. So CP6 is going to be in there. You know, you'll go in, get your water, get your food, and then it's out and off to Dockray. And that's the route that we're going to do now. So I'll turn this off, and we'll get on the route. Right guys, when you get to this point, and I'll put a grid reference up so that you know where this point is, it's across the stream and through the gate. And the reason I'm pointing this out is, if your head's buried in your GPS, when you get to this point, all you're going to know is that you have to turn uphill. And there's two paths. There's one on this side of the fence and one on the other side of the fence. The correct path is through this gate, turn immediate left and uphill. And the reason I'm telling you that is, if you just think, I've got to turn uphill, and you end up on that path, up there's a big water catchment area and it's just a massive bowl. I can't see that being dried out by July. Apart from it being the wrong path, you're just gonna sink when you get up there. So yeah, through this gate, up there, join the coach road which runs along here. It is there, you can't see it because it's just over that lip there, and then that'll take you all the way into Dockray. Okay, take care. Okay, 13 kilometres later. This is where the Dockray checkpoint is going to be, this car park. It's marked as a grid reference, and this is where the grid reference brings you to. Dockray itself is across that crossroads and down there. I think it's about a K&a-half down there. You do go through it on the next stage, but this is where checkpoint 7 is going to be, where these cars are. Whereabouts in the car park I don't know, but I'm guessing you're not going to be able to miss it. That's essentially the route for the course that goes through there. So yeah, that's it, not much to say. So the entire course is a drop down from Blencathra Field Centre, along an old railway line, flat. Then it's a climb up to the old coach road, and you follow the old coach road to here. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy-ish as well. The climb, a little bit of a slog, but not much. You'll be all right on that. And on the flat bits, you should be able to get some speed up. All right, take care. See you soon.